Good afternoon, John Cruz, Branch 81, Brooklyn, New York. Just have a concern. 16.7 has always been weaponized and has abused our letter carriers. And when an emergency occurs, a lot of our letter carriers stay out for months. Even I have letter carriers who stayed out over a year. And I understand you've grown up to stay to utilize annually. My thing is, and it's just something that has just been bothering me, is there something else that you can work out so they can stop weaponizing this 16.7 because our letter carriers are suffering from this?
Brother, we have proposed and tried to bargain all kinds of stuff. The thing that has always made the most sense to me, and I think we probably have gotten the farthest on, is put some kind of time limit on, so that, you take the action. You gotta decide what you're gonna do within whatever it is. I mean, we thought 2 weeks was reasonable. Within 2 weeks, you either you're gonna bring it back, or if you're moving on to some other kind of discipline, that's what you're doing. I think that would probably be the most effective. We obviously haven't gotten there yet, but that's something that we've really pushed and proposed to a couple of members of our organization.
All right, no, just, because you bring up the thing about annual leave. After having a discussion or a heated argument with the manager's not gonna say, hey, I'm gonna put you on annual leave for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. We know we're gonna end up going through a grievance process with that.
Yeah,
We're gonna create more grievances, which is fine. We generate in Brooklyn and Staten Island alone 5,000 grievances a year. So we don't have a problem generating more grievances. But we're trying to make sure that our carriers are not suffering. And I know you're aware. I'm not here to discuss the 1.3, I'm not here to discuss none of that with you. Our carriers are suffering. Our membership needs more. That's all I've always preached to you, brother. And you know that I always tell you, wherever I see you, I'm gonna let you know. We need to do more for our membership. Our membership is what put us here. That's why we're all here today. Our membership believed in you, and that's why you're there. We need more for our membership. So all I gotta say, I'm not saying nothing wrong about you, brother. I'm not here to debate with you. I'm just saying we need to do more for our membership. That's all I'm gonna say.
I've been around about 40 years. And I've been around. And I have one question. I sit down. When you came with the tentative decision to sit with the oppositions, who was your advisor? And more importantly, when you came back to the board, did the board vote yea or nay? Even if you didn't get 100%, I just want to know, was it a unified front or was it a one-man show? Did your board on the vote of the tentative agreement? That's what I want to know.
No, brother, consistent with the Constitution, that is the president's decision. There's no constitutional requirement that the executive council approve or recommend or not recommend. So, the people, you heard from one, Jim. We also have a number of attorneys. Obviously, Paul and some of our staff here were very involved in the work rule stuff, and we would have discussions about different pieces and where we were economically. And then once an agreement is reached, and there were different topics that I would reach out to certain people and talk about. And once it's done, as soon as we possibly could, we got the executive council together. We had basically a 7-hour meeting where I went over in detail. A lot of people asked questions for clarification. There's the opportunity to make any sort of comments, and there were no motions that were made in that meeting. It's the chair of the meeting. You don't make motions.
Right.
And I chaired the meeting, and there were no motions made.
Okay, the reason why I'm just saying is that I'm not saying take away your constitutional right as the overseer. The question is that you're using common sense when you're dealing with, I belong to many organizations, right? Many organizations. And one man cannot stand alone, but he shouldn't. You bounce off, like I said, a person who got 40 years, which means he has some type of experience. He seen, been, done things. So sometimes it's not because I'm in charge. Sometimes we build people around you to make sure you don't make certain mistakes because they live it. So I'm just saying, for it to rise as tentative, it's not written in stone. Because we gotta go back to our various places. Go to front house. Like Brooklyn and Staten Island was huge. We go a lot, I go to each station. In the same way, maybe you might see that being attacked, it's the same way they do to us. What are you guys doing? What is this? And we gotta give them, what we gonna tell them? So I just wanna know for myself, when I go around to the stations, to my constituents and say, well, our president, he sat with the board, this is what they came with, I'm pushing with basic, not with one person. That's all to make sure that we not, I understand the Constitution, you said, you have the right to understand it, but sometimes you gotta maybe, same way like the sister said, in certain things, because you feel you're doing it for the order. I'm just saying that if it's not working, because obviously it's not, I'm not to be funny, I'm sitting here 40, I'm sitting here listening. The look is no good. If it's not good on the top, it's not gonna be good on the bottom. You're not gonna sell the plan. I'm telling you. So I'm just saying this. I'm out. I'm just saying for the future of the organization, you have to move with a united front. It's not gonna work. So is everything that way gonna be 100%? No, it's not. It's not. You're doing the best you can. But I'd rather, for me personally, I don't know you personally. Out of 40 years, you never interacted with me. I saw you never spoke to me. That's good. But the bottom line is that to reach more by experiences with others than trying to say, this is what I am constitutionally, I have the right to do so. No one's debating that.
Well, I'll tell you this, brother, it makes you feel any better. I did it in regards to the question that you posed.
Right.
Basically, exactly the way my predecessor did it. For the 3 rounds of arguing that he was president, and I was right there with him the entire time. Exactly the same way.
Okay.
So it's not though I wasn't at headquarters, I can tell you the 2 presidents before the bill and back to fans, they didn't tell anybody anything. So, that's nothing different.
Okay.
There's nothing different in the way it's been done.
So you're saying it's past practice, customs, and usage, the way.
And I'm saying that's, if you want to compare things to the past.
No, I'm just saying, that don't make it right. I'm saying, I'm gonna sit down with this, we could be here all day. What I'm saying is, if back in the days with Vance and Bill and the rest of Fred, it made it work with them. Well, honestly, with your administration, it's not working that way. Because I never saw, maybe I wasn't at every meeting, but I never saw distinction among the ranks in open forum. If they had a problem, it wasn't like this. That's what I'm just saying. So I'm just saying, not that you're not doing a good job, bad job, or whatever, but I'm just saying, maybe just revisit, start from them first, then come back down to us, because a house that's divided is gonna fall. It's gonna fall through my experience of other organizations. And I did 40 years in here, and I never saw, we gotta put pride away ego, edge guard out. A lot of us got egos. I mean, we put that first instead of looking up the people. We hear them crying out. Sometimes you gotta just listen to this. That don't make you wrong. That don't make you weak. It's making you, okay, I didn't think about that. I didn't see it that way. I'm strong-minded, trust me. I don't feel it. But I'm just saying, I see the direction where we're going. This is not, it's not good.
What direction is that?
Well, the little bit I see is divisiveness. I see it. I mean, if I don't see that, then you're just wasting time. You could argue about 1%, 2%. Everyone's not going to be happy, no matter what percentage it is. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're doing the best you can. I just want to hear from my person that you did it as a united front. Not that you constitutionally don't have to use them, but as an advisor. I'd rather hear you say, this is what we came up with, brothers and sisters. This is the best I think we could do at this time. Every time it's a different issue. And this is best moving forward, but not because I'm constitutionally, I got the power to do so, and this is what, and then you got other people, maybe people are afraid to speak. I know how rank and privileges comes. If I say something, I might be kicked out. That's a realist. I've been around 40 years now. I know the game. Politics is dirty. But if you're really talking about the people, I'm just saying, as a leader, heavy the head that wear the crown. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.